Hello, I'm Henry, and welcome back to Tiny Tank Tournament. This is the final match of the secondary bracket of the second round, in which Nuttertrap is facing off against Doomagent Swarm. Nuttertrap's entry consists of 3 of these Sherman Fireflies, which are these very detailed replicas of the real-life tank used in World War II. They are very mimic heavy, as you can tell from this version here, which has had all the mimics resetted. And other than that, there's not much to talk about. It's got a decent gun, 250mm, which is the maximum caliber allowed on a turret in this tournament, and it is quite prone to flipping. They won their first match against the boomboxes quite easily, then they lost their second match against Sean V's Scorpion drones. Doomagent Swarm consists of 2 bees, 2 wasps, 2 mosquitoes, 2 fly swatters, and 2 BB tanks. It's the largest team in this tournament, with 10 tanks in total, and they are all tiny. They're all built off of the same chassis, which is 2 blocks wide by 4 blocks long, and they all have identical internals, and they just have different weapons and paint schemes. The BB tank has one tiny simple weapon 50 cal machine gun. The fly swatter has the double-barreled 40mm simple cannon. The mosquito has 2 simple lasers. The Wasp has 2 30mm autocannons, and the Bee has 2 60mm autocannons. They lost their first match against Standard Stephen's team, and then they won their second match against Henry Wong's team. I have no idea what happened in either match, because it was just complete chaos. So, with introductions over, let the battle begin. Both sides fire immediately. Doomagent Swarm. There was some lag there, I'm not sure what it was from. One of the mosquitoes, I think, has flipped itself over. Both mosquitoes have flipped themselves over. And one of them is just firing off. Both of them are just firing off into the sky. One of the Fireflies has taken 4% damage. I assume it's this one. And it's now also flipped over. One of the... I think that was a B. One BB tank and 1 bee have now despawned. A wasp is at 60% HP. And meanwhile, 1 Sherman Firefly has taken 7% damage. I think it's this one, because this is the one that's being targeted by everyone. A mosquito has flipped upside down. I have no idea what this is, has flipped upside down. Oh no, it hasn't flipped upside down, it just has its entire top half removed. This is a, what's it called? This is a bee, I think, which is also upside down. Now 1 bee, 1 wasp, and the other fly swatter have now also despawned. Meanwhile, the Sherman Fireflies are still mostly fine. This one's on its side. This mosquito is now also dead. So now there's 1 mosquito left, which I think is... I have no idea where it is. There's 1 wasp left, which is... okay, now 2 damaged and despawning. I think it's this one. So now there's basically just this bee and a BB tank. That is... I have no clue. That was the remaining mosquito, which is now 2 damaged and is going to despawn in a moment. So now there's just that bee over there, and a BB tank that I have no clue where it is. Oh, there it is! Just plinking away with its tiny gun. What? One of the BB tank's wheels just disintegrated for no reason, apparently. Okay. It couldn't have been from terrain damage because it's a wheel. They don't take damage from hitting the train, right? One of the Sherman Fireflies is now getting DQ'd for being too far away. Oh, is the BB tank dead? No, not the BB tank, the B? Yeah, it is. So this Sherman Firefly is has now despawned. Imagine if Doomagent Swarm somehow won this oh, never mind. The last BB tank has now died. So round 1 goes to Nuttertrap quite decisively. Except for his one tank which got disqualified. Alright, now to round 2. As always, the two teams have switched sides. Oh, by the way, ignore the nuclear explosion. That's from the last battle. The effects don't despawn after the battle ends, so it's still around at the start of the next round. Anyways, 3, 2, 1, fight. Again, both sides fire immediately, which does nothing because there's a giant hill in between them. Doomagent's tanks immediately rush forward. I think that's a Wasp. Just did a backflip. I have no clue what this BB tank is doing. Oh. One of the Sherman Fireflies is taking a bit of damage. One, I have no clue what that was. It was a... I have no clue. I think that's a Wasp? Yeah, a Wasp got shot and is now dead. The Sherman Firefly that was being shot at is now down to 93% HP. That is a Mosquito, I believe? Yeah, a Mosquito just got hit and is now 2 damaged. The second Mosquito has also taken a bit of damage, but is still somehow alive. Oh wait, is it AI dead? Nope, definitely not. So it's... okay, that... Sure, it's now dead. So now both Mosquitoes are dead, both of the Wasps are dead. And one of the Bees and one of the BB tanks have taken a bit of damage. That Fly Swatter is now 2 damaged. So now there are only... oh, that bee is still fine. So now there are 2 bees left, 1 Fly Swatter, and both of the BB tanks. Though one of the bees has flipped over, so it can't really do much. Oh, and one of the BB tanks has also flipped over. And this Fly Swatter is too far away to do much. So basically it's just that... Oh, and this BB tank has now been disarmed. So basically it's now just... Well no, none of Doomagent's tanks can really do anything right now. Oh, never mind, the Fly Swatter has been flipped back onto its feet, but its turret is... What is its turret doing? I have no clue. And its wheels just spontaneous. Oh! I think this is also what happened last round. The wheel didn't break. The failsafe that the wheel was attached to broke, and so the wheel fell off as well. Because it... I guess the same thing happened. So now it's missing its turret. Okay. So this bee is now never mind, it's at 61%, so somehow it's not too damaged. so it's just gonna keep on driving around like this. Never mind, it's now 2 damaged. So now it is 1 Fly Swatter and 1 BB tank versus the Sherman Fireflies, which have taken not barely any damage. Where's the fly? Oh, there's the Fly Swatter. I don't know how I don't know how I missed it. It's bright red. Oh, it's actually dealing quite a bit of damage. This Sherman Firefly is now at 82% and its firing piece is exposed. I think that those guns fire high explosive, so if it hits the right spot, it can actually just destroy the firing piece from above. It didn't do that though, so it can still fire back. And it now no longer... Oh, the other Sherman Fireflies have now targeted it, and it is now dead. There it goes. So now it's just the BB tank left. Oh wait, there's only one time's up. So they weren't able to kill the final BB tank, but the differences in HP is still definitely high enough to guarantee a win for Nutter Trap. So Nutter Trap wins round 2. So he is now moving on into round 3 of this tournament, and Doomagent Swarm has now been eliminated. That's all for this video. Thank you for watching.